We are back, everybody. The Red Ribbon Movement was started in honor of DEA agent Kiki Camarena, the late Kiki Camarena, who was kidnapped and then ultimately killed while investigating drug traffickers. Since it started over 3 decades ago, it's reached millions of kids across the country, promoting a drug-free community. And now to talk more about the mission of this movement and what's planned this month, we welcome to our Harmon studios a good friend of ours, Monty McDowell, representative from the Guam Chamber of Commerce, who has been with the Red Ribbon Committee ever since, and new DEA resident agent in charge, someone we look forward to working with as the months go on, Mr. Ed Talbot by way of California. Gentlemen, we welcome you to Harmon.
Thank you so much, Jason.
All right, Monty, it has been far too long, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, you don't invite me, I don't come.
Well, you know, one of the reasons we love having you here is to talk about this wonderful event. So this campaign has specific focus on children, and drugs is such a prevalent problem in our island community. Tell us how you're reaching out to young people.
Well, we have an educational outreach and a community outreach. Like, for example, this weekend we'll be on Saturday at Micronesia Mall from 10 to 2. We'll have all the various agencies set up tables, and we'll be providing the message. And the message is very simple. Trying to get the youth of the island to live healthy lifestyles free of drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. Very simply said, very gut-wrenching on our island with the detrimental effects that we're all seeing among the youth of our island, and not just the youth but the adults, but this is targeting the youth. And so between that and going out to the various schools, right now we have a list of about 50 schools that we're going to be going out to deliver the message. And we have particularly the Drug Enforcement Administration, along with the Guam National Guard counter-drug folks, the Chamber of Commerce, myself, and just nonprofits, and go out and they tell personal stories of that the children can relate to, about the devastation and negative results that can happen for people that abuse and utilize drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. So we can never give this message enough. And across the nation, it's a one-week event. On Guam, we started the last week of September with proclamation signing and legislative resolution already. So we're well on our way. We had our first school this morning.
Well, Ed, of course, you are new to the island, so we're happy to have you here. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you, Jason.
And I'm sure, you know, as the DEA is very well prepared and well informed, you're aware of the significance of the drug problem that faces us as of late. So what have you been able to take away from, you know, like what the situation is here on the island?
Well, I think drugs affect every facet of the community, whether it's Guam or whether it's Los Angeles, California. But ultimately, you are a smaller island here in the territory of the United States, and so the impact that it has is greatly significant. And we're here to help rid Guam of drugs, as well as the whole Mariana Island chain.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I love the theme. It's your future is key, Monty, so stay drug-free. Now,
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, for people probably Ed and my age, you know, we remember when Nancy Reagan had the whole, you know, Just Say No campaign. You, of course, are 26, so you're probably a little bit too young to remember this.
Yeah.
But
thank you, sir.
But it is interesting how there is now a theme and a rallying cry, if you will, about, you know, drugs are dangerous. They could possibly lead to incarceration for yourself or your family, possibly even, you know, health complications, possibly even death. So communicating that to young people, I would assume, is the mission.
Yeah, and I like to, because as an employer of Guam, who employs a few hundred people, I've seen in my drug-free workplace the abuse of drugs occur. And so it's a little bit of an oxymoron. You say a drug-free workplace and then you have drugs. Every time we test 10 people, we have one probably that comes up positive, and then I try to get them to go to counseling and really be rehabilitation efforts. But they started out, of course, on Guam as the youth of our island, and they'll be running the company someday. I want good people running our island, running our companies. So I want those youth that Ed and I go out and we're going to speak to for the rest of the month to grow up and be good leaders of our island community. And drugs, alcohol, and tobacco preclude people from being good citizens of our island. And
very true.
That's just the way it is, point blank.
Okay, well, gentlemen, I do want to have you guys back on the show, talk about everything that's going on, talk about more about the mission to make sure that we continue to fight drugs. So please come back very, very soon. I would love that.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks,
All right,
Jason.
Thank you. And please stay tuned because we are shaking things up when we return.